Roving Pursuits in the house, y'all. Coming at y'all with something a little different today. I am up in my lab, my little office where I do my work. I do a lot of, I'm mainly a work from home guy. I do architecture and graphics and all that stuff. But I'm in my office. I wanted to talk about something different today. I have been having trouble, particularly with my dogs. And it's all my fault. I know it. My I need to step up my training. So just wanted to bring that to the table. I've had a few issues just today. Actually, I've had issues recently. All right, let's do this. I'll have to run down the issues and then let you know a few. Well, let me say this. I did when I got Harley, my Blue Healer in 2021. I did a fair amount of training. I did do a fair amount of training. I was excited. First cattle dog. So I did some training. I wouldn't say that I did enough. But she was fairly well behaved. I felt she acted very well around other people and dogs. So I felt comfortable where her training was. Then, well, the other part was I also have a pit bull trigger. And he actually has some issues. I think he felt left out now. So he has been a little off the last year and a half. About a year and a half, a little year and 9 months at this point. Since I got her. I got her at the end of May in 2021. And then, I have my red healer that I just got in May of 2022. A year after I got Harley. And my fault that I have done minimal training with him. He's a boy, a little more rambunctious, and I just a lot of my I was doing construction before, last 5 to 10 years really. I went to school for architecture. I get an architecture job maybe 1 or 2 a year over the last 10 years since I started off out of college at a firm. Then the economic crisis hit, so I started working independently, but also did some housing renovation. So I really got deep into that the last, say, 10 years. I was actually working for a licensed plumber doing plumbing. Then I worked for doing some electrical, working with a licensed electrician doing some electrical. So those would be my specialties as far as construction, plumbing and electrical. That's good money if you're always working. You can make good money doing plumbing and electric. But the last, let's say about a year, the beginning of 2022, let me go back. During COVID, let's say 2020, I had an architect that I was working with doing projects, and he passed away. He had diabetes and then COVID, so he passed away. Then I started working with another guy, and just at the beginning of 2022, things changed up for him. He got a better situation, so a lot of the small projects he started passing to me. When I say small projects, I'm talking about house renovation, little retail jobs, things like that. Small commercial, light commercial jobs, restaurants, barbershops, stuff like that. Houses. He started passing all that work to me, and so 2022 I had a ton of architecture work. So I've been doing that, working up in the house the last year. Basically about a year. And I can't blame that, but I really didn't give the training that Tyson needed. my red heeler Tyson. I didn't give him the training that he needed, and it's starting to show. He's coming up on a year now, and it's really starting to show. Um, Earlier this week, we had a big issue that I was not happy about. Totally my fault. We were at the park. I let the dogs there are parks where I can go within the city. All right, let me say this. I have places where I can take the dogs to walk, just a simple walk, just an area within the city where, especially since it's cold, people don't really come there. People don't go there in the city while it's cold. So I can take the dogs to. I got about 4 or 5 places I can take the dogs throughout the week to let them, get some run in, run around. So I was at this once, and the other part of that is a lot of times on the weekends, as a change up, I'll take them to an actual park. We call it the Cleveland Metro Parks. There are a few areas in the actual parks where it's, big old forest areas, rivers and streams that I could take them. I've got videos of that where I could take them and let them run around for real. And we go on a hike, a real hike rather than a dog walk. So that's sort of my strategy with them. Take them to the more of a dog walk type thing during the week, and then I could take them to an actual park in a more natural type environment on the weekends. So just this past week, a few days ago, let's say midweek, I took them on a dog walk in one of my areas. This week it's been a little warmer, so I should have noted that. So we were sort of wrapping up the walk, and I'm on my phone watching YouTube or something, and a guy walked up. He didn't walk up, but what happened was some type of noise was made, a big noise. Either he made the noise, he dropped something, but I didn't notice him to that noise, and the dogs ran straight to him. They ran beeline barking at him, and that's not cool. I was so embarrassed. I couldn't. They came back eventually, but they didn't come back to after they got to him. They didn't attack him. They got in his area. They circled him, and then they came back. And he jumped up and did a karate move at him. But this guy was weird though. But it's still not an excuse. We were, I took him, leashed him up, and walked straight back to my truck. But on the way back to the truck, I saw this guy. This area is called the cultural gardens. It's people have these monuments to their cultures, ethnic cultures. And as I get in the car and I'm pulling off, and I'm driving by the garden, this guy like spits on one of the statues. I'm like, this dude's weird. But still, that was still a problem. That's not cool. They can't be running up at people. That's the first time well, not the first time, but that was a wake up call for me. They've never done it that aggressively at anybody. They've never run up on anybody. Let me say that. They've ran across dogs. They'll run towards dogs and act like they want to play and all that, but that's still not cool because you don't know what another dog will do. Scared or see 2 dogs running towards them, get scared. But either way, that's not cool. So that happened, and I'm like, man, these dogs, I got to get on my trainer. Then today, oh my God, I had a steak out. I was going to eat a steak today. Had a steak out up on, I got a little butcher block where, with wheels on it where you can move it. Had the steak on the butcher block, letting it thaw out. Then I go in the bathroom. Usually I can let them, run around the house while I'm in the bathroom. I come out the bathroom, they are munching on the steak. Oh my God, ribeye, thick cut too. Oh my God, I was so mad. See what my setup is. I've got one cage. That's why I did. Hardly always make a noise. I did a good amount of training with them in the one cage. Once I got him, let me say this: I have 2 cages in my basement. Then I had 1 cage up in the kitchen. That's where I kept Harley for a year. And then I switched Harley out and put Tyson in there, the red healer in there. And that's been his spot. And Harley, roams free like my pit bull. But so they ate the steak. So I'm like, this is it. This is it. I got to step up. I'm not gonna blame them. Because the training wasn't tip top. So I can be mad, but I can't. They're dogs. So I have to step up my training. So I brought one of the cages up. Now I have a cage in the kitchen for both of them. Both the red and the blue healer, Harley and Tyson. So that's how we're going to roll. And, the cage is part of the training. That's part of my training. Well, part of it, too, is so I can take one out, do training, put him back in, and take the other one out, do training, and do it like that. That's how we used to do it with my pit bulls. I had 2 at a time in the basement. I kept them in the basement. And that's how I used to do training with them. They were fairly good. But a dog is a dog, right? But so that happened early this morning. I took the steak out and I was gonna cook it tonight. That happened not early, but around late morning. So I'm mad, whatever. So then I had to go pick up my nephew. I shouldn't have did it. So I take him with me, because I always take him with me. But I should have been like, no, it's training time. They shouldn't have went with me. So I take him with me, and I also, mistake after mistake, right? So then I'm like, all right, let's try to do like a controlled environment. So there's a area, I stay in Cleveland. I live about 2-3 miles from where I grew up, further out a little bit, not in the hood, but I'm still in the hood. I can't wait. I'm moving to the country, so that's the goal. But so we stop over where I pick them up. We stop over there in a little area. It's a nice big field. I let them out to and I was gonna do structured play. Usually I let them out and play and they wrestle with each other, whatever. But I was gonna do structured play. I had a frisbee. I got a Kong frisbee and a jolly ball. You know what I'm saying? So to play with them, try to give them some structured play. Deer in the damn hood, okay? Oh Lord. So it had to be like 4-5 deer, and they just chased them. 3, 4, 5 streets they chased them. So they eventually came back. So it is super training time. I gotta go hardcore training, y'all. It is no more excuses for me. I gotta go hardcore training. Because if you watched the previous video, I plan on doing some overlanding. in March and in May. So, and of course, they're part of the trip. I want to take them with me, and I can't take them if they acting a fool, or if I haven't put in the work to get them where they need to be. And of course, usually you shouldn't have your dogs off the leash in public places. I know this, but my strategy is to have them off the leash in areas where I don't suspect human or other activity. Of course, in the forest, there's always deer and other types of animals. So, but if I train them properly, maybe I could call them and they'll come back. But that's where I'm at with it, y'all. It's dog training, hardcore dog training time, and that's where I'm at with it. That's all I wanted to say. I got to take it there for the next at least month to this Ohio overlanding trip. We going hardcore dog training. Period. I got to. I can't have this be a regular situation for me. I have to have trained dogs, better dogs, so that we can all have fun. It's not fun have your dog eat your steak. That's not fun. It's not fun have your dog run up on some people, a person. That's not fun. Not fun have your dog chase deer in the city. This deer jumped over a car though. I'm like, that jumped clear over a car. Not a moving car. It was a parked car, somebody's driveway. But man, so that's where I'm at with it. That's all I wanted to bring to y'all today. We did a little walk yesterday, but I didn't really get any footage. But yeah, all those events happened today, so I thought I'd do a video about getting your dogs tight. And it appears, this channel's been mostly about the dogs, so brought that to the table, and we start getting into all this other stuff. Once I get to the overlanding, we do some hiking, camping, hunting, fishing, all that stuff. I am doing more outdoors activities, but I want to get my dogs to a place where they can enjoy it with me, and I can enjoy them. I have a long, like a 20-foot lead. I'm gonna get another one, so I got one for both of them. So maybe in some of these places we do it like that, just a long lead, or just use it for training. Try to get them tight, tell them to stay close to me. So that's my strategy. Roving Pursuits, man. Comment, share, like, subscribe. If you got dog issues or you trying to do some dog training, comment. Or you got some ideas, tips, let me know. These are cattle dogs. They're not normal dogs, and I know that. So I need to take that into account with everything that I do with them. But that's where I'm at. Just wanted to bring that to the table, y'all. Until next time, Roving Pursuits. I'm not out doing something, but you should be. Get up, get out. No, that's not it. I'm not outcast. Get up, go out, do something. All right? Till next time, peace.